Alright, this is the last video of this playlist. The previous video was on subcomponent builder, I believe. Let's see, activity component, yeah, subcomponent builder. So in this one, we're going to use factories instead of builders. And the benefit of factories over builders is that factories, you have compile time checks. Whereas with the builder, if you don't add everything in your builder, there's no check for it. Yeah, like if I forgot this, you see there's no compile time error. Whereas with factories, it'll give you that compile time error. So let's start with activity component. Let's start it right here. It's at sub component factory. It's also an interface, and they're usually called factory. Now we want to have a function called create, and it returns an activity activity component, and we want to pass the things right here. So we'll do binds instance, and then we'll do that first parameter, horsepower, and then we want to do the next one, which is cylinders. Alright, now you can't have a factory and a builder, so let's get rid of the builder, and our factory is good. Let's go into app component factory. There's no longer a builder, so let's grab the factory. Let's name this function appropriately. Get activity component factory, and in main activity, this is gone. It is now. You get the factory, you call create. Let's still do it in that builder pattern though. It looks a little neater. Okay, so horsepower. We are dealing with electric motor module, so it's an EV. It needs at least 1,000 horsepower, and there's 0 cylinders. All right, now let's go ahead and build it. Rebuild. Let that take its time. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Nope. Alright, it built. Let me run it. And let's see if our driver is maintained across the whole application lifecycle. And okay, so here we go. It's running. Now I'm going to rotate it. And we want to see if car is recreated with the activity, which it should. So alright, here we go. Here's the first time. Let's see, driver 5C1A, car is 1C7, and then after it's rotated, 5C1A for the driver, so that's good. The driver is the same across the application scope, and we have a new car, DA4B. There's the old one. So that confirms that. Now let's add a factory to our component. Alright, so we'll do at component factory. It's an interface. We'll call it factory. And we have a function called create. And it returns app there's app component. and we want to pass in our driver, a driver module. All right, now let's go into driver module, and we'll see here it's an object and it's a static function. So let's make a constructor for this. We want to pass the name in at runtime for the driver. All right, so we're going to make a variable, private val, let's see, name, it's a string. Okay, we can't have constructors on objects, so we got to change this to a class. We can't have static, so we got to get rid of that. And we're going to pass that into driver name. Now, this doesn't have that, so let's open a constructor right here. Name, string. Actually, I don't want to make that private. I'll keep the scope open. And then in car, I believe it's car. Let's add that here. Driver dot name. And I cannot find it. Did I? Let me go in here. How about, there we go. Okay, so now it's gonna say driver equals and then driver name, and then let's do just car equals this. So you can see here how to pass in runtime arguments with the driver module, and we're going to do this with a factory on the app component. So some things should have broke on here. Let's rebuild it. Okay, there we go. Okay, factory dot create, and we need to pass in the driver module. So we'll make a new instance of driver module. We'll give the driver a name of Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby. Okay. Now let's rebuild it again. Let that run. Rebuild. All right. Build successful. Let's run this. Open logcat. Let me clear this out. And then let's see. All right, so it's running. Horsepower 1,000. Driver equals Ricky Bobby. And there's the car. Let's see if our car is recreated, which it should be. All right, go back here. And there you go. You can see new instance of car. So this is how you create factories for subcomponents and components. And you can see here how to handle driver modules for classes. And I think in the last one it was electric motor, or which one was it? Yeah, electric motor modules, abstract. So this is how you can handle all of that, factories for your subcomponent and your component. I am going to, first I'm going to stop this, then I'm going to put this on GitHub. Added component and subcomponent build, factories. Okay. Awesome. So I will put a link in the description for the GitHub. If you liked the video, go ahead and like it, subscribe. Thanks for watching.